My next book is horror as well.
Okay.
Heart-Shaped Box by Joe Hill, which has
Ooh,
been on my shelf for many years. My mum actually borrowed this and read it and returned it, and then it sat there
yeah.
for more years. So, but I finally have read Joe Hill because, I mean, that's why I picked it up because I'm like,
Yeah.
I've got to finally read him and see. And this was a really interesting book because it had a slow start for me.
Okay.
Um, I always enjoyed the writing, but the story, it didn't grab me and I wasn't completely sure. The setup is definitely in my interests because this
Yeah.
guy is a death metal rock god, albeit an
Okay.
aging one. And so, you know, I like rock and metal, that's my world. So it always interests me to have a musician in a book that, especially if it's a
Yeah.
metal musician, because it doesn't happen as often. So and that he's into all this dark stuff, has a collection of all sorts of, snuff films and different witch things and whatever. And he hears from his assistant about someone is selling a ghost online, pretty much. And
Okay.
so he's like, oh, you know, got to have it for my collection. So purchases it and it arrives and it's this suit in a box that the ghost is attached to. And then things start happening and, things, atmosphere in the house, there's cold spots, and then he sees a ghost and then things basically start spiraling for him and his girlfriend, who is, I don't know if she lives there. I think she lives there. Otherwise, she's staying with him anyway. And so, and he's got two dogs, and there's just stuff continuously happening, and it just builds. And I don't want to say too much, but I'll just say that perhaps it's not an accident that he ends up with this ghost. Definitely will be reading more Joe Hill now because yeah, it's interesting that after such a slow start, it was really good. This one is the opposite of the other one. I gave this 4 stars and I'm like, maybe I should give it a 4.5. I don't know, it's one of those ones that is, it didn't completely blow me away, but the second half was, it's still in my mind and lingering. So I feel like I should bump it up to a 4.5.